Okay, next we're going to modify this decision tree a little bit so that we can do sensitivity analysis with the probabilities. Okay, we entered static probabilities into the tree. Okay, we added this one probability is what is the probability of that the survey will predict favorable market, 45%, 55%. Yeah? And then we have the conditional probabilities of actual favorable market. So let's define some of these probabilities. So here I have marked it down here. So let's define 4 different probabilities, and that's all we need. We'll be able to set up all the other probabilities based on this. So there is the prior probability, that is if you don't do any market survey at all, then the prior probability is, right now we are assuming 50-50, right? Then you need a probability variable for survey predicts favorable. So this is 45-55 right now. And then if survey predicts favorable market, what is the probability that the market will be favorable? So that's that. So once that is given, then that is 1 minus 0.78. Now this is probability of favorable market if the survey predicts unfavorable. So that one is that. Okay, so let's head back to here, and we'll enter from here. We'll enter, so from the root node, okay, we'll enter variable scope is selected node and subtree. Now we'll do global. Okay, global. So click on an empty space. So that will be global. So now you enter P of favorable. So that is our prior probability. So that is right now 0.5. Okay. Now P of survey favorable. So that is 0.45. Okay. P of favorable given, so the G for given survey is favorable. Okay, so that is 0.78 right now. All right. And then one last, P of favorable given survey is unfavorable. Okay, so that is 0.27. Okay. So now we have to go and change the probabilities to these variables. Okay, so if there's no survey, all right, so here the edge probability, instead of 0.5, it should be P of F for the one edge, and the other edge there should be 1 minus P of F. Right? Okay, same here. P of F and 1 minus P of F. And same here. P of F 1 minus P of F. All right. So now here we need probability of survey. So 0.45 is probability of survey favorable. Then this will be 1 minus probability of survey favorable, survey unfavorable. Okay. Then here these nodes will have, instead of 0.78, you'll have P of favorable given survey is favorable. Right, I'm going to copy that. So it'll be easier to enter. So this will be 1 minus that. Okay. Same here. Instead of 0.78, I put the variable. This will be 1 minus that. Same here. Instead of 0.78, that. And this will be 1 minus that. Okay. Now the next branch here will be 0.27 is probability of favorable given survey is unfavorable. Okay, so that will be 1 minus that, right? That will be then 1 minus that. Same here. All right, so now we have all the probabilities entered based on variables, and since the values are the same as before, you get the same answer. After having set up all the probabilities, now we can run sensitivity analysis by clicking this one. All right. Now we can select the variable on which we want to run the sensitivity analysis. We can select more than one at a time, but so if you select too many, then you get results that are kind of hard to interpret. So let's do just one. So probability of say if survey probability that the survey will be favorable, right? Okay, survey will be favorable. So let's start from 0.1 to a maximum of 0.9 and say length is 9. So 0.1 through 9. Okay, now we run. All right, so now what we get is the probabilities going from 0.1 through 0.9, and for each probability it looks at all combinations of the decisions that are made. So market survey, you conduct market survey, and then if you look at the tree, so if you click here, it'll take you to the tree, and you say if you conduct market survey, then you have two possible decisions to make. Either predict favorable means you will have one decision to make, say do nothing, or predict unfavorable, then you do nothing again. So those are the decisions that you will make. So that's what is given here. So conduct market survey, then if it is favorable, what would you do? If it is unfavorable, what will you do? So these are the possible decisions, and for each possible decision it gives you the monetary value, and the best monetary value here is this. If the probability of survey being favorable, survey predicting favorable is 0.1, you better not even conduct the survey. So that will give you $40,000, right? So this is the for each column, this is the best result. So here, the best result is 54,400. So when it is 50-50, then that's the best decision for you. Conduct the survey, build large plant if it is favorable, otherwise build small plant. Now if it is that one, okay, if the favorable, the survey will predict favorable market is 0.9, then this is the one. So it give you large plant, and if it predicts unfavorable, then don't build anything. So for each column, you look for the maximum, that is the last row gives you what the best outcome is. So each column you locate where that best outcome occurs, and that's the decision from there.